Following up is super, super important. You may get leads in your hands and you may say, hey, I called them once. They didn't answer. Call them again. Follow up is super important. There's statistics that people and agents have no clue about that have changed and revolutionized my business just because I knew those statistics. 48%, almost half of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and quit. 12% of salespeople make 3 contacts and quit. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. And 2% of sales, believe it or not, 2% of all sales are made on the first contact. So you agents that are calling them once, call them again. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. And believe it or not, 80% of sales are made between the 5th and 12th contact. If 80% of sales are made after the 5th contact, let's make sure that we are calling our leads morning, noon, and night at least 5 times. And if the statistic says, hey, 80% of sales are made between the 5th and 12th contact, I'm going to call them all 12, 3 times a day for 4 days. I'm going to text them every day. I'm going to email them every day. I'm going to call them 2 or 3 times a day. If it's 12, I'm going to do 24. If it's 12, I'm going to do 36. Following up is super important. You paid for leads. Let's get our money's worth. Make sure that you're exhausting every opportunity possible. I've set appointments through text. Believe it or not, yes, technology is super important, super vital. We're able to use technology to our advantage. There's actually software like Radius Bob, which you can get a discount to in our members area, $19.99 a month. Radius Bob can automate following up. It can auto text people new leads as they come in. It can auto email leads as they come in. It can text them daily for a week. It can text them and email them every 6 hours until you put that you sold them, whatever you want. Use technology to your advantage. You've got software out there that can make it seem like you're a one-man band. It can make you seem like an army because you're doing so much. Here at Secure Edge Mentor, we've got e-commerce software, all this other stuff that makes our team feel massive. Yeah, we've got several awesome people. Following up, you can do the exact same thing. 80% of sales are made between the 5th and 12th contact. Let's follow up. Let's call, text, and email. Let's door knock. Let's exhaust all those opportunities. Let's touch them enough. Most agents aren't touching their leads enough. Exhaust them. Following up is the biggest sales secret that most people don't know that you must do. Make sure that you are following up so that you get the most out of every dollar that you spend.